Dictionary definition, bullshit meaning is something false or exaggerated beyond reasonable proportion. It is to be avoided by anyone hoping to be taken seriously by others. But that never stopped anyone from dumping shovelfuls of it into conversation. Who cares about a few pumped up numbers or highly suspect quotes from experts and famous people so as long as it makes you sound smart? Says other intellectuals care, despite their emphasis on rationality over emotion and their willingness to talk through issues rather than resort to fish. Intellectuals tend to be highly competitive animals. Anyone who has ever attended a literary reading with multiple authors vying for the audience's attention or factual lounge down to its last half pot of coffee will know what I mean. Attempt to deploy bullshit within their earshot, and they will move to pick apart your talk loudly, making sure everyone knows they're smart enough to recognize you as a poser. Or even worse, they'll bide their time and wait until you leave the room, then perform that same public evisceration without giving you a chance to defend yourself. An intellectual get-together can rival a Serengeti in a drought for sheer viciousness. Now, hold on. But surely, it says theory and the practice. Most bullshitters are caught when they start jabbering about topics well beyond their knowledge zone. You can entertain a party with an impressive sounding monologue about the origins of the universe based on details from a half-remembered newspaper article until an actual physicist steps forward to offer a correction that splatters your bullshit story with the force of a sledgehammer hitting a wedding cake. Your reputation will only recover slowly from that incident. If you need a role model for this maxim, look to Thomas Jefferson, who once said, he who permits himself to tell a lie once finds it much easier to do so a second and third time, till at length it becomes habitual. To succeed in bullshit once is temptation, but to try it again. Overstretch, and sooner or later another scholarly type might take the opportunity to finish you off in front of a crowd. Know that. Yeah. For real.
They don't want to come. They don't want to come to the inner sanctum. You know what I mean?
Right.
They don't want to come to the public square.
Right.
They want to do shit off in closed rooms behind this and behind that. And,
right.
You know, and when they get bodied with real truth and real knowledge, they just won't air the footage.
Right. Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Right. What's up, my brother? Man, been a minute.
Long time
gonna tell you.
man.
Yes. I'm home.
Thank you for that intro. You know what I mean? Because that set the precedent for the bullshit that we're dealing with out here.
Right.
Big time charlatan energy. You know what I'm saying? A lot of half-wits talking shit like they got the whole clip. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Man, it's a whole lot we got to cover. We're going to be on them, cover them like a blanket. Been a minute.
They ain't got nowhere to run. Now, as far
exactly.
as blanket goes, these niggas be off on a little reservation patch, if they got it, you know, weaving up blankets of cognitive dissonance, you know, to throw blanketed statements over people that they haven't yet checked with. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And so that's lethargic troll behavior. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You know, a lot of these motherfuckers, they too lazy to properly investigate. So they just weave blankets and just throw them over people. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
They use their personal experiences to challenge the real life experiences of hundreds of millions of people. You know, my cousin did this, or this happened to my brother, therefore that shit ain't true. No, fuck out of here. That your personal experience is worth less than a tenth of a percentage when you factor in the whole superstructure of what we dealing with here. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You're talking about millions of people.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Tens of millions of people. So how the fuck can your one experience tip the scale? Because my cousin or my brother or my sister, no, they ain't ever did that.
Right.
Therefore, what you talking about that deals with millions of people is null and void. Now get the fuck out of here.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
That's the sledgehammer hitting the wedding cake. You know?
Right. For sure. Fact. Hey, and that's all we doing. We sharing quotes and taking notes. Man, been a minute. Glad to be back. Back at it.
You just popped up in the middle of chaos. You know, civil war going on. You know, all kinds of distractions and bullshit. You know, today's Super Tuesday. You know,
right.
And they was talking about, you know, you said something about Biden time. You know, so
right.
Perfect segue to Super Tuesday and Joe Biden, the Joint Operation Environment, biding the U.S. some time, a.k.a. Joe Biden, a.k.a. Robotus. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You know, and I'm sitting there thinking, I'm like, yo, they talking about, they named 3 people out of two political parties.
Right.
And that's Joe Biden, Donald Trump, and Nikki Haley.
Right.
So I'm like, well, who the hell else is on the Democratic ticket? Like, who's going against Biden for the Democrats?
Right.
Nobody?
Huh.
You can't tell me that it's not a Democrat politician out there that's not seeing this man bumble around and fumble around and fuck up the whole country, that they don't want to challenge him. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
They don't want to challenge you.
Nobody stepped up to the plate.
Right. It ain't no Democrats out there that want to challenge Joe Biden. I think that's suspect.
Right. Fact.
Not when his man is. How old is he? Like 81 years old, something like that.
Yep.
And you ain't telling
that's
me
up to 9, right?
Democrats. Say it again.
I said that adds up to 9, right? I said that adds up to 9, right? 8 plus 1.
I didn't even catch that. Yeah, there it is.
Right.
So we got that 7-9 symbolism, you know.
There it is.
You know what I'm saying? Once again, you know, and just like today, I just came from South Philly, where somebody got shot on the 79 bus route. You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
37-year-old man. Yeah, 37-year-old man. That's the 3rd time this week that somebody's been shot on SEPTA. And for people that don't know, since we global, SEPTA is the Southeastern Pennsylvania Transportation Authority.
Okay.
SEPTA, the acronym. You know what I'm saying? Just like you're probably looking at my acronym right there and saying, what the hell is ADMOS? ADMOS is Alpha, Don, Mega, Omega, Supreme. You know what I'm saying? But you're just going to have to learn to love it. You know what I mean?
Right.
Red Pill Rescue ADMOS. You know what I mean?
Right. There you go. And Pope Benny Official the first. Man, Pope and ENT. Signed up before time's up. Updates are on the way. Who's going to tell you the truth? We are. No bullshit. We did the research. Facts over fiction. We back at it.
Right.
For surely.
And if they don't stop you from saying shit, then you ain't saying shit. You know what I'm saying? You know, right now I'm banned on Instagram. I wonder why. Especially when you got people who can solicit sex to you, straight up lie to you, manipulate footage, cuss you out, pull guns out on people, threaten to kill people, threaten to mass genocide and all this other shit. But they banned little old me.
Right.
Well, I wonder why.
Yeah, that's
you know what I'm saying? Because when you gotta when you gotta ask yourself, who's gonna tell you the truth? It's the motherfuckers that's always banned. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Because if they don't stop you from saying shit, you ain't saying shit.
Facts over fiction. And words without action have no meaning. So quit playing with yourself. It's time. No more bullshit. No more shit hanging over the head and we ain't gonna be able to do this. Together is the only way we're gonna make it, because by ourselves wasn't cost effective. Get at us. For sure. We're gonna tell you the truth. Man, we got a whole lot of stuff to catch up like French fry toppings. Where I was just
Yeah,
at, it's a whole lot of stuff we missed. It's a whole lot of stuff that's going on that we missed. So, through these next little lives and adding to what we got going on, we're gonna talk about these things. We're not gonna avoid this conversation. We're gonna talk about this stuff because it's important. Know that. Like we're saying, we're sharing quotes and taking notes. We got to catch up like French fry toppings, if you know what I mean.
man, shit. We gotta teach people how to make their own ketchup, man.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
exactly,
'Cause,
for
a
sure.
lot of people out here eating Heinz and Hunts. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But these motherfuckers is hunting your hind. You know what I mean? Putting all these fucking crazy chemicals in the ketchup, man. So we got to catch you up on
right.
what's in the ketchup. When you look at
Right.
other places like the UK, and you see that ketchup over there got like 3 ingredients. Over here, they got like
Right.
16 ingredients. What the hell is all this other shit in there? You know what I'm saying?
Look, and none of it's tomatoes. And
Right.
none of it's
And
tomatoes.
And they put sweetener in this shit. High fructose corn
Yeah.
syrup.
Right.
And the crazy shit about that shit is, people try to mitigate that shit and say, oh, it ain't nothing. But high
Yeah.
fructose corn syrup,
Mhm.
it turns off the
Yeah.
signal that
Hold
your
on.
brain receives when you had enough. When you eat and you get in your bag and you get all in your glutton bag, your stomach sends a signal to your brain to let you know you had enough. Done. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Now, when you eat high
Right.
fructose corn syrup, or these artificial sweeteners, but I'm gonna just stick on high fructose corn syrup right now. But if you eat that shit turns off the signal that's sent to your brain to let you know that you had enough. And it also makes you crave the shit more. So it's like whatever you eating with that shit in it, it's like it's the best shit ever, and you can't get enough of that shit. This is all done for profit, amongst other things. You know what I'm saying? So you to keep comeback body product. They don't care what it does to you, and and if anything, they hope that it fucks you up. Not
Right.
immediately, but slowly over time. So it's like, I don't. The shit ain't no blowback on them. You know what I'm saying? Nobody wants somebody to take something where they just drop dead from. Even though we've been seeing a lot of people.
Right.
We've been seeing a lot of planking challenges out there.
Yeah.
But you know how it is.
Yeah. Yeah.
Players fuck up too. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Hey, look, check this out. You can hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah, look, check this quote out. It says, once when a deputation visited Lincoln and urged emancipation before he was ready, he argued that he could not enforce it if he proclaimed it. It says, how many legs will a sheep have if you call the tail a leg? Asked Lincoln. 5. Then Lincoln said, you are mistaken. For calling a tail a leg don't make it so.
Right.
Huh?
And that, that's what these niggas do on Instagram and YouTube and wherever else they parking at. Right. They straight up call a tail a leg. And they ain't got a leg to stand on.
Right.
You try to put some weight on that tail, you're going down. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You're going down
to
Chinatown.
Right. For sure.
Then we kiss the concrete in no time.
Exactly.
It's like these dudes that claim that gravity ain't real and shit. And these motherfuckers got phone cases though.
Right.
Well, why you got phone cases if you don't believe in gravity? You know what I mean?
Right.
Let's be with the bullshit. Just like motherfuckers is talking about, that they ain't African or they ain't got no connection to African people, and they live in the black community, right?
Right.
And they claim that they claim that they've been railroaded, and that's not even a claim. Everybody's been railroaded by these nefarious, clandestine motherfuckers,
Clandestine.
right?
For
You know what I'm
sure.
saying? But
Right.
but the point is that these people who claim that they're not African or they have no connection to African people, they spend a greater part of their life arguing with African people.
What's going on with you? Right.
Trying to convince other people that they're not African also.
Right.
And it's like, okay, even if that was the case, is that productive in your cause to get your land back or get your country back? You know what I'm saying? If this is your land and you sold parts of your land to these nefarious clandestine motherfuckers, right?
Right.
And they stole the rest of it. They broke every treaty that you ever signed with them, right?
Mm-hmm.
They disrespect you. They change your status. They change your name. They break you up and take all your artifacts and all this other shit, right? So I'm kind of confused. Why is your main mission to go into the black community and convince black people that they ain't black or that they have no connection with African people? That seems to me that is counterproductive in getting your country back. You know what I'm saying? Because
Right.
the only thing that you're really doing is just causing confusion amongst oppressed people. Instead of unifying them people and galvanizing them people and having all of them people come together to work together for one cause. That's where you fuck up at. You know what I'm saying? Now consider that the United States GDP weighs heavily on you and on brothers that look like you and me, right? Kind of rhymed a little bit. but that's a fact. You know what I'm saying? So all right, they'll say shit like, Garvey was an agent or did things like that, and the whole back to Africa thing is something that they imposed, right? Well, if they imposed, then why? If they imposed it, then why they stopped it? You know what I'm saying? Because whether they came up with it or not, somebody must have realized that, if we get these millions of black people to take their spending habits to a whole nother country, that country's GDP is going to go up and ours is going to be stagnated. So that's bad for business. You know what I'm saying? So it would make sense for America to come up with a plot to keep black people right where they at and be proud to be Americans. So much so that you the original American. And these $5 Indians, these Hopi tribes and all these other people who got artifacts, they stole your identity. Right? Yeah, that's right. And you need to stay right here. And you need to stay right here, and you need to figure out how you're gonna finesse this country back into the hands of black people. That's what they think. That's what they think. Or just like in our Moorish brothers when they say, "Oh yeah, we gonna get these people to sign another treaty with us." And we all change our status, that's going to magically make these people bow out, and they just going to have to pack it up and go back to Europe. Europe is in dismay right now. Europe can't take no people like how like the U.S. is. The U.S. taking like 56,000 people like damn near every day. U.S. couldn't take no inundation or secret invasion of disgruntled crackers that just got beat at chest and got to go back home. No, that wouldn't even happen. Even if that could happen, they wouldn't let it happen. Because they got this thing called MAD, multi-insured destruction in America. You know what I'm saying? Meaning that they will blow this whole shit up if you ever get close to getting the power back. Kill everything. Right. You know what I'm saying?
They'll push the button.
Right. So that's something to consider. And maybe some other nefarious clandestines know that. Because, this organization is multifaceted. You know what I'm saying? Right. And with that multifaceted, it's multi-complexion. So, you know what I'm saying? So some people is in that group and they stirring up the bullshit and they doing the fuck shit intentionally. That's why we got all of this identity wars. You know what I'm saying? Right. Civil war. Every 20 years, black people is changing their identity. Or somebody's changing black people's identity in this country. You know what I'm saying?
We sure got the evidence. We got the receipts. We got the receipts. Straight up. Coming to you
And,
shortly.
There's a lot of charlatans out here, doing the bullshit, misleading
Right.
the people, lying to the people, and guess what?
Right.
They never get banned. They never get taken
Exactly.
down. They can go live whenever they want.
Right.
Because they working for them people. You know what I'm saying? They working for these people.
Right.
Think about it. America don't want no black people going back to Africa. They don't want you networking with Africans. Shit, you can't even send no money to Africans. They make it difficult for you to even send shit and send money to Africans. They don't want black people in the States connecting with African people. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So whatever you call yourself, wherever you think yourself is, understand what the plot is. To keep these people disassociated. This is the divide and conquer tactic. And y'all playing into it. Y'all playing into this shit when you try to go around and argue with people all day about how they not African and they ain't got no connection to African people, and you want to talk about genealogy and DNA and shit, but you ain't done no fucking test on 30 million people. You don't have 30 million people's DNA results. So what the fuck are you talking about? Let's be literal here. Let's be realistic. Y'all weaving up blankets to try to throw over people. We know Native Americans can weave a blanket, but damn, you can't weave up a blanket over 30 million people and throw it over them. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
If you want to talk about genealogy and DNA and shit like that, that means you would literally have to sit down with more than 30 million black people and get all their DNA, past, present, and future.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Impossible.
Right. For you to even make that statement clear and concisely. So this is charlatan, cult-like agent behavior. You know what I'm saying? And, we got to be quality control for the truth because, after all, who's going to tell you the truth?
Exactly. Facts over fiction. For sure. We got two people. For sure. Salute to
anybody watching. You know what I'm saying? Share this video with a friend. Share this with a contemporary. Share it with somebody you don't know. You know what I'm saying? Because we gotta get real messages out. We gotta get this transmission out to the world. You know what I'm saying?
Share if you care.
There's too many charlatans out there.
Yep. Share if you care. Share if you don't care. Somebody that cares enough for the both of us.
Right.
Facts.
Somebody out there that give a fuck that that you know what I'm saying, you might not be into this kind of shit, but they might be into it. Send that shit to them niggas. You know what I'm saying? We gotta get people on the ball. We gotta bring proper awareness, providing our people proper education.
Exactly.
You know
Open ENT. 5th year anniversary. We've been doing this for 5 years already. Know that. We're pushing into the 6th one. Without your help. Check us out. Forums, /blogs, /music. And just see, /villages. Figure what we've been doing. Catch up like French fry toppings. You can see, for 5 years consistently. We didn't did this for y'all. You can see, words without action have no meaning. We're bringing the table to the table. Everything else is a bonus. It's already set up.
We're bringing a better table to the old table.
There it is. There. And chairs.
All right, look. Hashtag Facebook down. Facebook was down today. Facebook used to be a company called LifeLog. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And LifeLog was set up by DARPA in the military. You know what I'm saying? And they used this sock puppet story of college students, setting up this website. When all actuality, the first day of Facebook was the last day of LifeLog.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So they just changed the name of this shit and just called
we got
it
the
Facebook.
receipts.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
We got the receipts. You know what I'm saying? And your man Mark Zuckerberg is just a sock puppet. He's just a sock puppet leader. And his name is, the code name is the Overlord. You know what I'm saying? So he's just the prop. He's the person who goes on TV and says he's sorry when these motherfuckers do fuck shit.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But the nefarious clandestine motherfuckers behind this shit is meddling in your affairs. And they changed.
Right.
They went from Facebook to just straight up Meta.
Yeah.
Like metadata.
Exactly. Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Metadata. Hello. You know what I'm saying? What are they saying? They saying they got a file on you. They got files on you.
Right.
So, you know, a lot of people was ecstatic and went crazy when Meta was down for a little bit today. You know what I'm saying? Meta's back up and running because, of course, the beast got to keep his eyes on you. You know, so somebody poked the beast in the eye today, and or sprayed mace in the face of the beast, and he couldn't see for a little bit. You know what I'm saying? But they had to make sure that bitch got up and running. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But you know, recognize who the fuck that you fucking with. You know, so if you, let's say today, some people, I heard people say, all my stuff got wiped off my page. You know, I got locked out of my page. You know, things like this. I can't get to my content, shit like that. You know, it's time for you to look at alternative sources. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It's time for you to look at sources of places that respect you. You know what I'm saying? People that respect your content, respect your prowess, respect your style, and respect your voice.
Yeah, respect your ownership.
Right, respect your ownership, most importantly. But it's disrespectful for a company who tell you what you can say, what's your name. You can't even change your name to what you want it to be, but you can change your gender. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So I can't use my nickname, but I can go on Facebook and change my gender. You know, see the bullshit? You know what I'm saying? So it's like, as a people got to take a stand to this shit. This now, because Facebook got fucked up, right? That shit affected Facebook, Threads, and Instagram. See what happens when you let a nefarious, clandestine oligarchy start to monopolize and amalgamate this social media platform, that when one company fucks up, all the companies fucks up. So if you let these motherfuckers have it their way, they'll buy up all of the goddamn social media, so that the social media is owned strictly by Meta. You know what I'm saying? But that's the problem. So when you got something happen at allegedly happened at Meta headquarters, right? Then that shit fucks up 3 different social media platforms. So you got people who don't even fuck with Facebook. Shit, you got some people who only fuck with Threads now. You know, the Twitter version of Facebook, right? Okay. And it's like, these motherfuckers is grifters. Where somebody come out with some new shit, right? They see what these motherfuckers is doing, and then they either buy it or they emulate it. You know what I'm saying? Right. So you got to think about these other sites. You might not like, you know, to navigate to these other sites. Some people is addicted to Facebook. They're addicted to Meta.
Right. Yep. Man, brother back on. There you go. He said addicted to Meta. You got your audio back? I'm going to tell you the truth. Hold on, your audio off. Man, Open ENT, Red Pill Rescue, Philadelphia, California, California. We got to wait for his audio to come back on. See what's going on. I'm home. It's home. Sharing quotes and taking notes. Hopefully you can hear me. Can't hear you. Audio. Oh, you just buzzed out. What's going on with you? Man. Pope Ben E. Fisher the First. Man, we're enjoying this. Thank you for tuning in. I see you. Facts. What's been up with you? Who's going to tell you the truth? We really going to tell you the truth. There's a whole lot of stuff that, you know, that's been hidden. Oh, he back. You got the audio. Yep, I can hear you.
Yeah, that motherfucking phone call fucked my shit up. You know, people they don't give a fuck about what you're doing. interrupt
Right.
me.
Right.
Yeah, you just interrupt my shit. Like,
Right. Right. We was in the middle of something. It's good. Hey, if it wasn't for interruption, yeah, we got
the
a few
fair
things.
clandestine motherfuckers. They just grifting other people's shit out here. You know what I'm saying? So when you put all your eggs in one basket and that basket get a hole in it, you know what I'm saying? Now it's time to rethink the shit. So maybe you might want to start something as an alternative. But then you might realize that, hey, maybe we got something going right here. Maybe we got something that's better than this bullshit. Better than the bullshit that we become accustomed to. You can't say what you want to say.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And it's like, all right, like, not for nothing, shit. This motherfucking black owned. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So,
Right.
man, fuck with us, man. Fuck with the website, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? It ain't
Yep.
even about no brand. It's just about,
Right.
creating real dialogue.
Yep. Real content. Real ownership. You,
Content, you know what I'm saying? And not have somebody govern over you and tell you what you can't post and what you can't say, and all this other weird shit. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Every day I go in my damn inbox and then somebody selling me, trying to solicit some porn or some shit to me, and it's like, where the fuck did this bullshit come from? And how the fuck is this not violating the terms and conditions?
Right.
How y'all gonna ban me from sending messages when I'm promoting my videos, right? But y'all let motherfucking smut videos to my inbox.
Right. Exactly. And the people associated with them.
You know what I'm saying?
And the people. Right.
So, we just saying, check out these alternative sites. You know what I'm saying? You might find some shit that you like. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Especially Pope and ENT.
Let's create our own. Let's build up our own communities. Let's strengthen our village. You know what I'm saying? Because we can't be dependent on this fuck shit. Now, normally we just go right in and drop truth bombs on the infrastructure of ignorance, but we had to do this shit. We had to plug this shit with the shit that we got going on, because of the fuck shit that happened today. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
That's why I had to make it my personal business to do that, because it's like, all right, you got people. Now I don't know if people actually lost content, but that's what people was saying, or at least people was panicking about that. You know what I'm saying? So for all we know, these motherfuckers did that shit intentionally. You know what I'm saying? Maybe they might just be testing out to see what it would be like if it is total system failure. You know what I'm saying? Listen, you don't want to have all your eggs in one basket. You know what I'm saying? And you can navigate, this shit and network with people that's like-minded like you. You know what I'm saying? Build your own shit up. You know what I'm saying?
Right. For sure. That's what we did.
Ain't no shade, ain't no hate or nothing, but you can come through and set up your own shit. Have your own little blog site or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Radio show or whatever. You know what I'm saying?
Right. / your name.
With the people. So it's like, man, we not just saying, hey, look, come over and worship us. We saying, let's work together. Let's build something. Let's create something. That's long standing. That rivals this fuckery. You know what I'm saying?
Right. If it takes a village, we built this one.
Right.
Right. Come fuck with us.
Growing is still, still withstanding.
Yeah. After 5 years. Long road. But it's ours. Own your own content. Publish your own shit. We don't want no parts of it. We just want you to build. You can come build with us. We didn't already set the groundwork. We did the hard part. We put this together now. Before we didn't even take handouts. Wasn't even working towards that. This 5 years without you. So if we did this, if we got this far without you in 5 years, then imagine if you just add something to it. It'd be that much better. Fuck with it. We do. If I was you, I would. For real. Just the beginning. See what it is we do.
Bullshit. We already did, so
Right. Right. Right.
we already did, but
Right. For sure. We'll make sure. That's good. Glad to have you. Sign up before time's up. Share if you care. Share if you don't, because somebody cares enough for the both of us.
Yeah, but let's dive into some more content. I think you got some books. What's some more of the books that you got right there that you was dissecting? While you was.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. There's a few of these little situations here. Let me say quote. Let me see. It says, all right, hold on. No. All right, let me see. Oh yeah. Hey, it say right here, the only reason for time is so that everything doesn't happen at once. Supposedly that's from Albert Einstein. Sharing quotes and taking notes. Just one of them. Now, in here.
I seen you had some good books right there. You know what I mean? Let the motherfucker see what you was snacking on.
Oh yeah. How to become an intellectual. Oh yeah, we're gonna do a lot of stuff from out of this because this, it says 100 mandatory maxims, meta pros, and for the most learned thinkers. Just going through this, a little bit of that. 2,500 anecdotes for all occasions. Let me see if I can plug my little phone in. I got this Oxford Dictionary of Media and Communications. We're gonna talk about this. This some fire right here. We got this Oxford Concise Dictionary of English Etymology. That's studying the origin. It's gonna get on there. And one of my favorites right here, this is one of my favorites that I fuck with, The Courage to Be Disliked. This book right here, you gotta get this. Excellent reading material. It's like the 4 agreements. It's a nice little, from an intellectual perspective, you gotta feel that. Which from Alfred Adler, his philosophies. It says, using the theories of Alfred Adler, one of the 3 giants of the 20th century psychology, alongside of Freud and Jung, a philosopher and a young man have a discussion. Their conversation reveals a profoundly liberating way of thinking. By developing the courage to change and to ignore the limitations so frequently imposed upon us, it is possible to find happiness. The book is raw. It's called The Courage to Be Disliked. You got to get a bar of that. Didn't cost too much. Yes, for sure. Let's see here. Oh.
Go feed me. You know what I mean? There's a lot of fuckers going out today. Listen to news. You know what I mean? So even the shit they're not talking about. Yeah, you ain't. So man, I go to the gas station, man. If I see them, if I see the gas station, I just fuck that, man. These motherfuckers always be double charging on gas. You know, just straight up gas gouging. You know what I'm saying? I don't fuck with that shit, guys. You know what I mean? So I just be like, fuck out of here. I just leave.
Right.
I gotta go. We need to see black people with the gas, holding gas. Why is all these Arabs got gas stations? And you know, why is gas gouging legal? And they can just crazy. I gotta go up the street to the other gas. I ain't So yeah, what else you got right there, man? I know you got some more shit. You know what I mean? I got a couple things, a couple videos that we can go over and shit. Alright, just gotta get this phone on site. Can you hear me, sir? I think he's frozen. I think my man's frozen and shit. That music's too loud and shit, because I can't hear you. And we struggle streaming, you know what I mean? Struggle streaming. Struggle streaming. Yeah, my man, I don't know what's wrong with this shit right now. He blank right now. You know what I mean? He blank, man, with his poor glasses. You know what I mean? Hold on.
Oh yeah, we good. What's going on? Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that shit was too loud. I had to turn that shit down.
Right.
Because I ain't know if you was there now. I'm like, what the fuck? All right.
Oh, okay. All right. Let's see. How do I get back to it?
Oh my god. Well, I got a little video.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I just made it.
I got a little video clip that I wanted to play for you and shit. I'm gonna play this John while I go in here and get some gas and shit. You know what I mean?
All right.
Crime, because according to my knowledge of history, the enemies of Israel who have been persecuted, the Israelis, the Jewish people of this world have been persecuted for 5,000 years. But for the last 2,000 years, most of the persecution has come from white, European-centric Christians. That's been your enemy. No Palestinian helped to build Auschwitz. No Palestinian stood on the docks of New York City when boatloads of Jewish refugees trying to escape the Holocaust came here to be protected by this country and were turned away at the docks in New York and sent back to Germany to die. No Palestinian did that. No Palestinian ran the Spanish Inquisition. Your enemy is not the Palestinian people. It is white Christian European people who have been slaughtering Jews for the last 2,000 years. And let's just call it for what it is. But why are they in an open air prison? Why are 2 million of them in an open air prison?
Well, oh yeah, that's what they're going with. Mm-hmm. Still frozen on your end? Oh, that's the end of the video. Yeah. That was the end of the video. Play it again.
Fucking bastards ripping me off. It's just like how these people are just on there lying and you know making up reasons to fuck people up. You know what I'm saying? It's all the shit. All this shit is all connected. You know, it's all connected. You know, high ass gas. You know, people ripping you off in business and shit. It's all connected because they just turning up the dial on the fuckery. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
That's all it is. You know what I'm saying? These motherfuckers, they look. These motherfuckers is their own fucking enemy. You know what I'm saying? These people is their own fucking enemy. And you know, and they just create a boogeyman so they can go fuck with people. Because that's what they always wanted to do in the first place. Was eliminate this person, eliminate that person, eliminate this group of people, take these people resources. That's all they into.
Right. Right. This whole time.
That's why that's why when I go to the gas station, I see some Arab motherfuckers in there, I just go somewhere else. Not to say that I like to support other people because I wish it was a brother owning the gas station or a sister owning the gas station. You know what I mean? You know, I just went to the black people gas station around my way and shit, and them motherfuckers wouldn't even let me in the door. You know what I'm saying? But you know, I know motherfuckers be stealing. You know, it's Philadelphia. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Philadelphia.
If you can afford the luxury of a negative thought.
Shit, a negative thought ain't a luxury.
What you say?
That shit ain't no luxury. That shit is something chipping away at your self-esteem. You know what I mean? Now look, just for the sake of what we was talking about earlier and shit, right? You know, these charlatans, you know, claiming this and claiming that, right? So they try to like rewrite history and you know and make things change to fit their narrative. You know what I'm saying? Now, I was watching this video. What's this shit? Swamp Stories, right? And swamp stories, they tell stories about rappers. They go in the hood and get all the information about niggas and shit. You know what I'm saying? So they had a video clip. I'm gonna throw it up. I'm about to throw it up in a second. I'm gonna see if I can edit it to get directly to where I want to go at. You know what I'm saying? But it's a little part in there where there's a little part in there that deals with what we was talking about. You know what I mean? Because the bull was from Mobile, Alabama. You know what I mean? So I already know this shit, but I'm not gonna spoil it for you. I'm just gonna play it. I want to play it so you can see. You know what I mean? What they put on this motherfucking video clip. You know, that wasn't even about this. It wasn't even about that. It was about some other shit. But they said fuck it. Put it in there. So let me see if I can get my edit game on real quick. You know what I mean? I just started doing this just now. We basically just throwing paint at the wall. You know what I mean? We just cut the camera on like fuck it, let's go. So so let me see if I can edit this video real quick, and then I'm gonna put up this clip right here. Now I might not have to edit it, but just for to try to mitigate the risk of bullshit, I'm trying to just all right. Let me just go and edit it. You know what I'm saying? But I don't even see the shit on here. So all right, let me just go back. I'm gonna go up here. I'm gonna throw this video up here and see if it. All right, let's see. Yo, you good? You can hear me? Oh shit! All right, so I got kicked out the studio. I gotta go back in. I think my man ran out of data or something. You know what I'm saying? Ran out of data. All right, let me see if I can play this video clip right here. I don't know how the music on. Playing with this, I might have to turn that music off. That's my man shit. You know what I mean? So just came home. So you know what I'm saying? We're trying to make it how you remember it.
Man, so you pretty much immune to getting in like that shit didn't really phase you. You didn't think about it.
So I'm gonna skip past a lot of this shit right here. I'm trying to get to where we need to be at. So all right. That's why I was trying to edit it, but I couldn't see this shit. So let me see if I can get this. I'm gonna leave that there for a second and see if I can come back to that because I can't even see this shit now. The video, that video. Oh, there it is, right there. That video was like an hour long or some shit like that, and I only need like 2 seconds. I mean, not 2 seconds, like 2 minutes of that shit. You know what I'm saying? Damn, everything freezing up. Okay. Everything won't be freezing up. Everything won't be trolling me while I'm doing live and shit. You know what I mean? Now the app ain't responding. Like, come on, dumb shit. This shit is crazy. As soon as I go to try to do some shit, this shit just fuck up. As soon as I figure out what happened, here y'all go with the dumb shit. All right, so I'm trying to edit this video clip. Obviously, it never came back up, so I gotta go in and edit it. Yeah, I'm out here, yo. That shit's still in the play. We have some technical difficulties right here. I'm gonna have to call this a night. Struggle streaming. You know what I mean? Shit's crazy, man. That's, okay. Now all of a sudden, as soon as I want to use this app, shit's got working. Lord have mercy. I don't know. We don't know what's going on, son. You know what I mean? People, man, stream cut off. His shit cut off. My phone started fucking up. You know what's crazy? Just on a side note, Facebook had the outage today, right? And I was talking to somebody in Nigeria, and they had a electrical outage at the same time that Facebook was out. You know what I'm saying? That's crazy. You know, why am I not surprised though? All right, so I just reset my phone. It's March 6th now. You know, 3/6. You know, there's 366 days in a year. So this being March 6th, you know, that signifies 3/6 or 666. You know, could be something to look out for. You know what I mean? Hopefully it ain't nothing. You know, but wouldn't be surprised if it is something. You know. I edit this motherfucking clip. This dumbass app don't want to work now. Alright. Okay, so here we go right here. Alright, I found what I'm looking for. Alright. And I'm gonna let this video play. I think it's like 2 or 3 minutes. Probably gonna be like 2 or 3 minutes. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna let it play. See if we cut it to 3 minutes. And then, you know, I'm gonna follow up with some commentary. And then I'm gonna wrap it up. You know what I mean? I'm gonna let y'all motherfuckers deal with that. You know what I mean? Because, you know, people be lying and saying shit. So, 3 seconds, 3 minutes and 6 seconds. You know what I mean? Fitting for today, right? All right, let's throw that up. Oh, wait a minute. No. Go back. Right. Boom. There we go. All right. So we live. You know what I'm saying? So sometimes live ain't pretty. You know what I mean? Live is live. So we editing videos live. You know what I'm saying? We dropping knowledge live. We pontificating live. Philosophizing live. And dealing with errors live. Obviously. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I don't know what happened to that nigga. He ain't never fucking come back. His shit must be done. You know? I don't know. Hopefully he get it together. But I think he might be out of there. You know what I mean? Yeah. Okay. Let's see what we gotta do. We got motherfucking shit all on my hat and shit. I gotta clean that motherfucker off. I gotta rinse wash that motherfucker. I try to clean my hat with some OxyClean. That shit just got white stains in my hat. You know, that make me think of what Dr. Africa said. If it's white, it ain't right. Oh man. Alright, so let's wrap this up. I'm gonna play this clip. You know what I'm saying? We got it pressed up. It's ready to go. So let me jump back on in the lab. This phone right here, this is gonna be my remote. You know what I'm saying? So we're gonna use the remote or the remote. You know what I'm saying? You black. The remote. You know what I mean? All right, let me get rid of that echo. All right. Now, yeah, I need to get rid of this music too because I'm pretty much certain that this song, this video got music behind it because it's one of them type Jones. So, yeah, like I said, I was watching this video. I was binge watching some YouTube shit. You know what I mean? And they was talking about rappers. You know, these down south rappers and how crazy their life is, and you know some of the dumbest goons in the industry. You know, all that kind of shit. You know, so this video clip was just giving you some substance or some understanding of the type of area that this brother was from, you know. But, you know, I'm just going to play it. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to just play it. And then, you know, it is what it is. So, let's see. Let's see if we can get it up here now. Boom. All right, there we go. 3-minute video.
Probably never heard of and have definitely never been to. But despite it being relatively unknown, it's actually a very historical city that should be taught in schools. And for that reason, we start off with some much needed and very important history. For those who are unfamiliar, the Atlantic slave trade was made illegal in 1808 by the United States government. This meant that slaves could no longer be imported to the country, a very monumental moment in history. But despite this great progress, many slave owners in Alabama decided to completely disregard the law. So for 52 years, illegal slave ships were still arriving to the port of Mobile. Thankfully though, in 1860, the United States government finally decided to crack down. They successfully captured the very last slave ship to ever approach US soil. And after seizing it, they took the 110 captives and dropped them off in North Mobile. They were essentially given a plot of land called Africatown, and they were told to figure it out. This is what makes it so unique and interesting. Over the next 100 years, they basically created their own community and even spoke their own language at home. And with very little outside interaction, they built their own homes, schools, restaurants, and many businesses. Yes, it was a very poor community, but the important part is that they owned and built everything they had. And if you know anything about economics, you know that ownership is the only way to a successful community. I say that to say that the potential was there, but sadly it wouldn't be there for long. In the 1950s, the United States government introduced a controversial plan called urban renewal. Essentially, they designated certain areas as decaying and used this to seize all of the property. Obviously, this is a violation of property rights and the Constitution, but back then it wasn't seen that way. So they went to various neighborhoods across the country and pretty much bulldozed them to the ground. Whether it was the Fillmore in San Francisco, the 7th Ward in New Orleans, or Mobile, Alabama, they pretty much went to a bunch of neighborhoods and destroyed them. And by the end of the 1950s, over 75% of Africatown was completely demolished. The community sadly had to watch everything they built be torn to the ground. The deep history and cornerstones of the community were now replaced by endless public housing. And on top of this, they even changed the neighborhood's name from Africa Town to the Happy Hills. Like, damn, we can't even keep the name? Well, to me, urban renewal is one of the biggest stains in American history as it destroyed so many communities. It essentially turned homeowners and business owners to welfare recipients overnight, and as you would expect, the government did not take care of what they replaced it with. The residents were exposed to broken ceilings, mold, and rodent-infested apartments, and on top of this, there were no local businesses left in the area. So as you would expect, this led to some bad consequences, and Happy Hills became an extremely rough and dangerous area. Unlike LA, where the hoods have two-story homes, manicured lawns, and palm trees, this right here is the real trenches. And in this environment, there's no squabbling enemies or catching DPs. It's straight cutthroat at all times.
Well, facts over fiction.
I think that video fucked up.
Okay.
Well, the point of, but I mean, I hit the point I'm trying to make is that, you know, these motherfuckers that say they claim they ain't from Africa and black people ain't Native Americans they got no connection and shit. You know what I'm saying? You know, all right, they don't want to talk about places like Mobile, Alabama, aka Africa Town. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
They even try to lie about the Guala Geechee. You know what I'm saying? Like these dudes, they got no shame.
Hmm.
They got no shame, cuz.
Right.
You know, they just straight up lie about shit. I'm gonna see if I got the Guala Geechee shit up in here. Now, I was about to cut this shit off, honestly, because
Right.
this shit was fucked up. I didn't know you was gonna come back on and shit.
Yeah. Say I got 5G now. Say I got 5G connection, so yeah, we can rock it out for a minute. What's good, man? Let's see. Yeah, I'm just figuring out the phone thing too. You know, trying to get a signal. Probably work better outside, but not at this hour. Back. Yeah. Nice. For sure. Roach clip rumination.
Right.
Really.
See if I got this clip real quick.
They go with the roach clip.
You got some filler. It's greatly obliged.
Yeah. Look, I ain't got access to my content yet. Yeah. I'll be able to drop something in there. For sure. Sign up before time's up. In the meantime. And good to be back. Back at it.
I got another little 6-minute video. Well, that one was 3 minutes. This was 6 minutes.
Okay. Well, let's see what it's talking about.
These fools online, they be talking bullshit. You know what I'm saying? So we just gotta give them something to look at. You know, we gotta fix up some crow for them to eat.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I'm making crow sandwiches today. Okay, crow smoothies for Charlotte. You know what I mean?
Right. In traffic. Philadelphia. California.
Let's see the timestamp for the 6-minute video.
Mm-hmm. That's multitasking. No, we do. Man. So what's the weather like out there?
It's all right. You know, things like 50s, something like that. 50s, 60s.
Okay. Yeah, they say it's gonna rain again.
Yeah, it been raining. It been raining. That had been doing. You know.
There's been a lot of water. Hey, and up in the Sierras, up where they be snowing at, they got hella snow and 190-mile-an-hour winds. It was going down up there.
All right, so that video, I'm queuing that video up right now. It wasn't showing in my gallery, but I had to reconfigure.
Make adjustments.
You know,
Right.
for whatever reason,
right.
It wasn't showing. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But you know, a lot of these charlatans, you know, that talk this bullshit. They was online trying to like rewrite history again, and you know, try to disassociate the Guala Geechee from the African people. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And it's like, you know, they say that they connected to African people, so it's not even a matter of perception. They're self-proclaimed. They proclaim their African connection. So you know, these charlatans online, you know, they bank on people not doing research. They bank on people not getting to the bottom of the shit properly. So they just think that you're just gonna listen to them and just run off what they say. In a cult-like mentality, cult-like fashion. You know what I'm saying? These people are fanatics and they move like cult members. They move like cult leaders, where they don't even want you to look at any alternative information that says something different for you to draw an intelligence decision. They don't want you to do that. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, it's a lot of fuckery. You know what I'm saying? And that's why we be having receipts. You know, just like how we got the receipt of your man Noble Jew Ali, you know, making the chlorine, right? And the chlorine is what? That's the KKK Bible.
Mm-hmm.
So why would Noble Jew Ali write his own version of the chlorine, KKK Bible? What's going on with these motherfuckers? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I'm Faida, and today we're going to be talking about the African diaspora in the United States, specifically the Gullah Geechee.
Freedom is
We tend to use the umbrella term African American to describe the infinitely vast and diverse community of Black and Afro-descendant people living in the United States. However, we must always take into account that Black people are not a homogeneous group, meaning that the African American community is comprised of people from different countries and cultural backgrounds, who speak different languages, pertain to different religions, and who have infinitely different and varied ways of life.
Today we'll be speaking about the Gullah Geechee, a distinct collective of communities who live in the Low Country region of the United States, in Florida, Georgia and South Carolina, including the Sea Islands. The total size of their population is difficult to quantify, but in 2005 it was estimated to be around 200,000 people spread across smaller communities.
The Gullah Geechee people are the descendants of enslaved Africans from prolific rice-growing regions of West Africa, including Gambia, Senegal, Sierra Leone, the Gold Coast, Guinea and Liberia. They were specifically chosen for their expert knowledge of rice cultivation and production. They were enslaved and brought to work on the rice, indigo and cotton plantations of the lower Atlantic coast of the United States. The name Gullah is thought to be derived from the Gola ethnic group who inhabited Sierra Leone and Liberia. Within the Gullah Geechee communities, the term Gullah refers to the population in South Carolina, and the term Geechee refers to the inhabitants of the Sea Islands of Georgia.
Historically, the inclement terrain, plagued by mosquitoes, which brought malaria and yellow fever, meant that the plantation owners and their families would vacate the plantations during rainy season, leaving the enslaved Africans to work in their absence. On top of this, the isolated islands and coastal plains meant that the enslaved African population preserved much of its language, customs and culture, which have been passed down the generations to this day. The US Civil War was a turning point for the Gullah Geechee people. Many plantation owners on the Sea Islands abandoned their land and fled to the mainland, fearing invasion.
Union forces arrived on the Sea Islands in 1861 and found the Gullah people were ready to fight for their freedom. As a result, many Gullah people fought with the Union Army, and the Sea Islands were the first territory in the South where enslaved Africans were freed. It was in South Carolina that the first school for freed slaves was founded. Since the 20th century, the Gullah Geechee have been fighting to retain ownership of their ancestral lands. For over 100 years, there's been a tradition of wealthy white Americans visiting the Sea Islands to enjoy the beaches, resorts, and golf courses. Since the 1960s, the Gullah community have been particularly threatened by developers moving into the Sea Islands, developing the lands and increasing property prices, eventually displacing.
I don't know if the video cut out, but I mean, I think I proved my point. You know what I'm saying? Where, you know, these motherfuckers out here trying to rewrite history. You know what I'm saying? Pope,
Right. Yep, I'm here. You can hear me?
They trying to rewrite history, you know, and they trying to really just snatch this group of Africans from Africa and say, no, they ain't got no connection with African people when they say they do. History says they do. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And this is why you can't trust these charlatans online just talking bullshit, you know?
Right. Yep, that's fact showing you right there.
Right.
That's in your face.
What you going?
Once again,
Greg?
once again, when you don't do the research.
And like, this is something that's not even like it's not even something that you got to dig deep to find. You know, these motherfuckers that come up and say, well, you know, actually, they sent slaves to Gullah Geechee and had them blend in with the natives. All right, well, if they blended in with the natives, then you don't see a problem with that. So if they blended in with the natives, then you can't tell a native from an African. What's that telling you?
Right.
You can't tell a native Gullah Geechee from an African, and you'll say some shit like, well, you know, the colonizer sent the African people to go live with the Gullah Geechee. That's why they was there.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So even if that is true, this is proof that Africans and Native Americans work together and live together. So why can't we do that shit now? Why do you think that it's cool to be at odds with motherfuckers who look like you, who struggle like you? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, what the fuck? We stronger together.
Right.
We stronger together, but you gonna get your country back somehow without whatever. You're gonna get the help. You're gonna get this country back without the help of African people.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And you think that the U.S. government devised a scam to entice 30 to 40 million African people to go to a different country when the African people in this country have $1 trillion GDP. You know what I'm saying? We spend trillions of dollars in America. So why do you think that America would want black people to up and go to Africa, or to think that they African, or to connect with African people and help them, you know, spend money and build up their GDP?
Right.
Does that make sense? Oh, no. This outer African theory is a farce that's put together by who? It ain't but I can guarantee you it ain't by the U.S. because the U.S. ain't trying to convince 40 to 30 million African people, black people, whatever you want to call them, to get up and go to Africa.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And they try to say that Marcus Garvey is the agent and all that. So all right, well, if he's the agent, then why did they stop him? Why did they stop him for what he was doing? You know what I'm saying? Why did they say we got to stop the rise of the Black Messiah? Why did they say these things?
How many saviors so far?
Right. Well, why did they say these things if what y'all saying is true? Because they would be in support of everything that y'all talking about.
Right.
They would have been trying to convince black people in this country that they ain't never had no connection with African people 100 years ago. If that was the case, why would they wait till now to try to move the goalposts now and be like, okay, yeah, y'all Africans.
Right.
So what they trying to get them to leave? They trying? You can't. Don't tell me that. They trying to get black people to leave this country. Bullshit.
Right. For
Bullshit.
what?
You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Not when this country literally have instruction manuals on how to sell shit to black people.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like y'all just talking bullshit. You're just talking bullshit. You know what I'm saying? You know, understand what the agenda is here. You got these nefarious clandestines. They got a whole line of sellouts and trolls and you know, paid off people who willing to do and say whatever for notoriety and a check. You know what I'm saying? So the narrative that they want to push is, you know, make black people disassociated with African people. Make them think that they are exclusive to America and they got no connection with African people. You know, destroy this Pan-African movement, right? And you notice that all of these not from Africa people, they all got a problem with African unity. They got a problem with and what's wrong with African people connecting with each other worldwide? What's wrong with melanated oppressed people connecting with each other worldwide? What's wrong with that?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like think like really make sense of that. What's wrong with that? But all right, now let me ask you this question: what's wrong with isolating yourself? Well, no, look, what's right with isolating yourself and cutting yourself off from everybody else who's going through the same shit as you, and claiming that you're gonna get somewhere? What's right with that?
Mm.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So the agenda is right in your face. If you got eyes to see and ears to hear, you can see. This is obvious. It's a setup. It's a divide and conquer tactic. You know. So these feathers, motherfuckers. You know. Shout out to my feathers, brothers and sisters. Right. The run these running eagle motherfuckers, because they ain't flying nowhere. They just running eagles. You know, these running eagle motherfuckers. They isolate themselves within their own cult. You know what I'm saying? And they think they're gonna get somewhere. They think that's gonna make things better. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You know, it's completely ass backwards. And, you know, this is the Agent Smith agenda. Whether these people are aware of what they're doing, or they are working with these people and doing it intentionally, the shit that they're doing is counterproductive to you know what I'm saying, to what's good for us as a people. We don't need motherfuckers breaking off from us and saying that we ain't got no connection with y'all. We ain't never been connected with y'all. But you saying that you ain't connected to us, but then you try to say that Egypt is in Florida, Egypt is in Illinois, the whole U.S. is Egypt. You know what I'm saying? And what you don't understand about Kemet, right? And that's how I know you're a novice when you say Egypt, Egypt, Egypt. What you don't understand about Kemet, in modern day times, Kemet would be like Dubai. You know what I'm saying? So Kemet is a concept that was put together by African people from all over the continent. You know what I'm saying? You can see the remnants, the building blocks that led up to what was housed at Kemet. You know, all over, in West Africa and South Africa. You know what I'm saying? You see it in different regions as the spirituality comes up, the architecture and the knowledge comes up. You know what I'm saying? And then they converge on what was at the time the center point, what is the center point of the world, to build these things. After they studied the stars and astrology and science and shit for 40,000 years plus. You know what I'm saying? So when people say Egypt, 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 you're a novice. I know you're a novice because because Kemet itself has records of 10,000 years of rulership. You know what I'm saying? And that's before any interaction with with some Europeans or outside influence and shit. So these motherfuckers, so they didn't call themselves Egypt. Egypt means Egyptus, burnt face, dark face. You know what I'm saying? Just like a burnt skin, just like Ethiopian. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Okay,
So
that's
for y'all to
better.
call anything over here Egypt, it just lets me know that you're a novice and you don't really deal with the superstructure of the of the matter that we talking about here. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Charlatans. You know what I'm saying? You can't separate Walla Geechee and Africans. You can't do it. They won't let you do it.
My phone, dog. My phone is my car and shit.
But you know, you got government shutdowns looming. You got food being poisoned. You know, you got all kind of bullshit elections going on. You got people being paid to go out and be domestic terrorists and police looking the other way. You got all kind of crazy shit that's happening in real time. And these motherfuckers want to argue about genealogy and bullshit. It's a distraction.
Right.
It's distraction.
Yeah.
And it's absurd. You know what I'm saying? It's absurd for anybody who claims to have any intellectual prowess to be enticed by some bullshit like that, given the circumstances. Given the circumstances of the shit that we dealing with right now, what the fuck do you look like focusing on shit that don't got nothing to do with nothing? That's like I said before, like with the flat earth shit and all these other stupid ass shit. That's like being in the car, being down the fucking highway, and when the brakes go out, and y'all niggas start arguing about what's on the radio station. What the fuck that got to do with stopping this car safe and everybody making it out alive? You arguing about DAS or 103.9 or let me get the aux cord or some stupid shit.
Yeah,
and y'all ain't got no fucking brakes.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So don't get too caught up in this football, these stupid people talking this nonsense, because that's what their job is. Their job is to have you distracted by nonsense so you get sideswiped by reality. You know what I'm saying? You get sideswiped by reality and you get hit upside your head and it's like, oh shit, reality just kicked me in my ass. You know, we only got, it's only 2 weeks of food left in the fucking supermarket, and that shit gonna be gone in 3 hours.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
You can take your hand if you want to. If you want to, and turn on right on Walnut Lane.
You know, it's all kind of fuckery, man.
Right.
It's all kind of fuckery. It's distraction after distraction after distraction. Motherfuckers, these whole time, these motherfuckers been arguing with Africans. You ain't been arguing with nobody who stole your land, nobody who sold you off or stabbed you in the back or nothing. You ain't arguing. You ain't even arguing with them.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You're not even arguing with the people who you claim that they imposters.
Right.
These motherfuckers is in cosplay. Do we understand that these niggas on YouTube and these niggas on social media is in cosplay, and they buying fake Native American shit online? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You know, just like when the Palestine shit happened. You know, you seen all the Moorish brothers. They changed their profile pics to Palestine because they gotta pay homage to their daddy. I told y'all what a fez is. A fez is a pickaxe. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So a pickaxe and the tassel is the tassel is like an ankle bracelet. You know what I'm saying? So when you got the fez, now they say the city of Fez, right? Morocco, you know, they always talk about the empire of Morocco versus the kingdom of Morocco and this, that, and third, you know, but they say that Morocco was the emperor carved out the city with a pickaxe. Now think about it. If you're a ruler, right? If you're a ruler and motherfuckers is carrying you around, y'all seen DJ Khaled? He had his security carry him to the stage because he didn't wanted his sneakers to touch the ground.
Right.
So
crazy.
you pretty much get where I'm going. Niggas, the motherfuckers that's in charge ain't doing no dirty work.
Right.
So if they telling you that that Morocco was carved out with a pickaxe, right?
Right.
Who you think was swinging the pickaxe?
Mm-hmm.
Them slave motherfuckers, the motherfuckers who they conquered and enslaved. So motherfuckers running around with that fez on their head, this motherfucker, that's a slave hat. You know what I'm saying? That's why even you see that little fez monkey. You see the monkey with the fez on it, and you know what I'm saying? He's a slave. Just like niggas was slaves when the motherfucking Arab motherfuckers went and conquered that area and changed it to Morocco and called it
Mm-hmm.
City Fez because the slaves wore fezzes. You know what I'm saying? Now these motherfuckers try to connect the fez with with the kufi. No,
Right.
sir, you can't do that. No, no,
Mm-hmm.
that's West Africa. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
You know, these motherfuckers is on bullshit. They just try to they think that you're not going to do the work necessary to get to the truth. And see,
Right.
the truth is undefeated, as you can see. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Shout out to the graphics team. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, exactly. For sure. Man,
I ain't chilling back here.
truth is undefeated. Facts over fiction. We're not guessing. We do the research. We research,
And,
researchers research.
and facts over feelings too. You know what I'm saying?
Yes,
Because niggas is
exactly.
Just doing a couple times.
niggas is fanatics and they caught up in their feelings and shit. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? And they don't deal with what's real. They don't deal with shit that challenges them to think otherwise. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? They won't
Right.
even look at opposing arguments. They don't want to hear it. See,
Right.
that's what somebody who's a novice does in the realm of intellect. You know what I'm saying? See,
Right.
when you dealing with in the house of wisdom, shout out to Christopher Lord. When you step in the house of wisdom, you got to take your shoes off. You know what I'm
Mm.
saying? This is like a Muslim home. You got to take your shoes off because you can't be tracking your feelings all over through the house of wisdom. Take your shoes off before you come
Yeah,
in
for
the
sure.
door. You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
Right. Right. For sure. Makes
All that
sense.
little all them little dirty all the little specks of dirt on your shoes,
Mm-hmm.
that's your feelings. And you can't be tracking your feelings all over the house of wisdom. So take your shoes off before you come in the house of wisdom, in the house of knowledge, in the house
There
of
it is
reason.
there.
You know what I'm saying?
Right. Those are the rules. Take your shoes off.
No
Better have
fanatics
clean
allowed.
socks on too.
Yeah, no
Better have
fanatics
clean
allowed
socks.
because fanatics duct tape their shoes to their ankles, so they can't take their shoes off. They shoes are permanently on.
Mm-hmm.
Fanatics only operate in their feelings. You know what I'm saying? They
Mm-hmm.
don't they don't deal with critical thinking. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? You know, and that's why it's like a fanatic or a cult member, you have to like do a divine intervention on them. You gotta get them away from the cult group. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Because that's the only way that you gonna really talk sense to them. You know, and they will avoid shit like that. You know what I'm saying? They, you know,
Right.
if they'll try to get you to have a panel discussion with them and their cohorts, because then it's a cult fashion. You know, they can try to
Right.
jump you, they can insult you, and you know, and there's more insults than knowledge. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? You know, but if you can have an intelligent dialogue, you know, with these people away from the cult, you know, the cult setting, then you can possibly free them. You know what I'm saying? From the
Right.
cognitive dissonance that they suffer from.
Hmm. Makes sense. You gotta be willing to accept it.
Yeah, you know, it's just like doing an exorcism. You know what I'm saying? You know,
Right.
that demon is trying to get out. You know, and demons is
Mm-hmm.
stronger around other demons. You know, so
Right.
we trying to exercise these demons up out your body. You know, we got to isolate you from the other demons to talk sense to you, to show you
Mm-hmm.
shit that your demon leader, your cult leader wouldn't show you. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And you know,
Right.
and that's
Who
why
you
it's
follow?
important. And if you
Who?
notice, all of these motherfuckers move in cult like fashion.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
They got a cult leader. You know, they adapt the ideas and principles, thoughts and beliefs of one person.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So if this person don't approve it, then it ain't so. You're a
Right.
part of a cult. You're a part of a cult, man.
Yeah.
You
And
don't
that's what
even know
makes
it.
sense. Yeah. And some people willingly don't want to have a second thought. They tell you.
Right?
They don't want you to think twice. Don't think twice about it. Yeah. Exactly. But we're gonna figure it out. Hey, because this whole, like, when you stretch it out how it is, and we start separating facts from fiction, start telling the truth, all this shit start to come together nicely. It all fit. We got puzzle pieces for you. We're gonna put together the puzzle. Let you make your own decisions based on the facts. So a whole lot of stuff coming down the pipe.
And you know, it is like we gotta address these feathers motherfuckers like they gang members. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You
Right.
know, wouldn't it, you know, we can't just allow these motherfuckers to say, I'm Native American, I'm Indian. You know what I'm saying? You gotta say, I need to know what set you claiming. You know what I'm saying? That's like saying if you see somebody who's a part of a gang and they just say, I'm a gang member. Okay, what gang? You
Right.
can't
Right.
just tell
Right.
somebody you're a gang member. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? What gang
Right.
member? What gang? You know what colors you wearing? What sets you throwing up?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? You can't just tell me you a chief. You can't just
Right.
tell me that you're an Indian. You can't just
You're a
tell me
boss.
that you're Native American. What tribe?
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
And you can't be a boss with no employees. Let's go.
And if you're a part of a tribe,
Right.
where's your tribe at? Does
Right.
the tribe still regularly meet?
Huh.
You know, you can tell me, oh yeah, so and so said I'm a part of I'm a Creek Indian. Do
Right.
you meet with other Creek Indians?
Right.
What do you know what I'm saying? And I'm not asking you to divulge your plans or anything, but what are y'all doing to move the needle, so to speak?
Right. Right.
You know, I be seeing the Moorish brothers and sisters meeting at Mediterranean spots, meeting
Mm.
at fresh grocer and shit. And it's like, is that conducive to a reality where y'all back in the helm?
Mm.
Where the captain is back at the helm? Is that conducive to a reality where that's
Mm.
feasible? I
Right.
don't see how that makes sense. Where it's like, all right, if you're saying that these people is your adversary, right? But you
Right.
go out your way to continue to patronize their businesses. You won't even patronize the black businesses because they use a word that Simon Says is a bad word. You playing
Right.
Simon Says with the devil. Simon Says with the adversary. Simon Says this is a bad word. So all y'all
Right.
gotta stop using this word for me to treat you like my brother, for you to treat you like my sister. I won't
Right.
treat you like my brother or my sister unless you use that word that the colonizers said is bad.
Mm-hmm.
Although our ancestors invented words, invented language, you know what I'm saying? And we say to these brothers that say that they not connected to African people, I ask them, well, how did science, literature, agriculture, mathematics just pick up and cross 12,000 kilometers of ocean by itself?
Right.
Make it make
Right.
sense.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Make it make
Mm-hmm.
sense. You know, we intellectuals here. You know,
Right.
show that book to them again. You know what I'm saying? The book that they might need to get, you know, to get to the level of comprehension necessary.
How to
You
become
know
an
what I'm saying?
intellectual.
For intelligent conversations. See,
Right. Yeah. For sure. And in
see,
here.
intel. See, like you have to have intel to have an intelligent conversation.
Right.
If you don't have intel, then you don't have intellect. And if you don't have
Right.
intellect, you
Uh-huh. Look. The first maxim, number one: carry an intellectual book at all times.
right, you're not full of. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You're not full of intellect. You know what I'm
So.
saying? So
Uh-huh.
you have to go and learn the shit that we already know. If you don't want to learn it from us, You know, because I get it. You know, niggas need that white verification,
There
right?
it is. There.
You know what I'm saying? Sadly, our brothers and sisters need that white verification, just like they needed on Juneteenth, where allegedly the black soldiers told the slaves, allegedly told the slaves that they was free. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And allegedly, you know, those black people said, I ain't listening to no niggas.
Right.
Allegedly. You know what I'm saying? And they
Uh-huh.
stayed in slavery, for a whole nother year,
Right.
allegedly, right?
Right. Right.
Until Massa came and told them that they was free,
Right.
allegedly,
Needed that verification.
right?
Allegedly.
But one thing that we know is definite
Hmm.
is that we can see remnants of that same shit today, where a brother could tell you something, a sister could tell you something, and you can't receive it. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Just like they had the skit Red Fox was trying to show you about a lot of truth is said in jest. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? You know,
Right.
Red Fox had a skit on Sanford and Son where he didn't want to go to no black doctor.
Right. Well, we
And
got the
you know,
receipts.
and he like, oh, we got to get out of here. I don't want this, basically he's saying I don't want this brother working on me, right?
Right.
So when they get
Right.
him a white doctor, now he all comfortable and shit.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Now he can let the white doctor do whatever the white doctor want to do, even if it's
Right.
not in his best interest. But he trusts the white doctor that much. But the
Right.
brother might be better skilled than that white doctor,
Right.
but he don't trust the black doctor.
Right. And
You know
that's
what I'm
fact.
saying? Now, of course, that was a skit. Hopefully, that's
Right.
not how Red Fox really felt. But the thing is that he was pointing out something that even still today, our
Mm-hmm.
brothers and sisters deal with. You
Right.
need that white verification. You don't trust it
Yep.
if it comes from a brother. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like you
Right.
got brothers and sisters out here talking about I don't eat everybody's food. Yes, you do. Yes, you do. Oh, yes, you
Right.
did. Yes, you did. Yes, you did. You ate everybody's food. You know when you go to Wendy's and McDonald's and Chick-fil-A, they don't even be having the same cooks every day. The thing about
Right.
who's cooking the food in fast food restaurants, kids,
Right.
the little flash mob motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? They cooking your food and shit. You think they give a fuck about you? You think that they give a fuck about OSHA or safety laws and what the health association say? Or they don't give a fuck about none of that shit. They don't even know what that shit is.
Nope.
You know what I'm
I
saying?
didn't
So when
read
y'all
that
say
part.
when y'all go to people cookouts and shit, and y'all be like, you try to style and uh, belittle people. I don't eat everybody's food, but you gonna
Did you
pull
eat
up the
that?
Wendy's. But you gonna pull up the Wendy's and eat some mystery meat. You know what I'm
Cool.
saying? A McDonald's and Chick-fil-A, and these motherfuckers got the salt, got 3 ingredients. What the hell are other ingredients in salt besides salt?
Right.
You can't even trust the damn salt at these fucking places.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And, but you don't trust a brother. You don't trust a sister. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying?
Right.
But y'all go and patronize places where they poison you,
On purpose and tell you.
where they gotta
They're
have
gonna-
signs up on the window to say, "Hey, look, some of the stuff that we use in our food may be allergic to you, may cause this and may cause that."
Right. May cause cancer.
You know what I'm saying? And we got to put this up here as a disclaimer to say that we told you so,
Right.
and you can't sue us because you ate the shit, and you even though you walk right past this sign, you buying this food is low key signing this contract saying that
Right.
you'll eat this mystery food, this test subject food, and you won't sue us.
Right. You
You
see
know,
it.
your silence is compliance in that
Right.
regard.
Yep. And we got a Prop 65 out here where they got to post at every restaurant and building where they believe that cancer causing materials are being made there or sold there. So, you know what I mean? That shit's posted. And like you say, people still read it and still keep on going.
They don't even see the sign. They put it somewhere where they know you ain't gonna see it.
Right.
You
By
know
the
what I'm
menu.
saying? It's just like I've been asking people. I've been going around asking people, what happened to the milk cartons and the missing kids on the milk carton? What happened to that shit?
Right.
Some of these young boys like, what you talking about? And
Yep.
I asked young boys that shit on purpose because I know they wouldn't know nothing about that shit.
Right.
So yeah, it used to be missing kids on the milk carton. Some of
Yep.
y'all forgot about that shit. Like, oh yeah, damn, that's right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, look, they don't even make milk cartons no more, right? Oh, I guess that's too expensive, right? They gotta have you on some plastic shit, right? You know,
Right. At Walmart.
but okay, they could put the image on the plastic bottle on the carton.
Yeah.
Shit, they could put it in braille, and it's like some braille shit on the milk cartons and shit. Yo, it's some that milk. Listen, that milk carton is an intricate design, so don't let them try to play with you talking about. Oh, they ain't got no money. That ain't no regular piece of plastic that milk carton is in. That's an intricate design that took them years to figure that shit out. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Because it's all about money. It's all about money maximizing how much money they can make. When you're looking at that milk carton, that plastic thing with the dimples in the side and all that shit, some genius went into that shit. Just like them Starbucks coffee shit. You know what I'm saying? Some genius went into that shit. Where they can show you 3 different cups and they all the same size, and you think that they bigger, and you buying the same size, and they just make you pay more for the same amount of fluid.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But when you take and do that and show that on the video, they say that the video is doctored. They say that this is a lie. They say this is bullshit, right?
Mm-hmm.
They ban it and they take it down and shit because they don't want you to know the truth.
Right.
That motherfuckers are scamming you every which way.
Right.
So much so that they literally got you buying a Vente, a Grande, and whatever the fuck the other shit that is, and it's the same size of fluid or liquid. Just the design is different.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? This is wicked wisdom. You know what I'm saying? Even the goddamn cans got plastic in them. So even when you got a can, it's the lining of plastic on the inside of the damn can. Devils.
Mm-hmm.
Davos. Why you think they be having meetings at places that's like Davos and shit? Yeah, because they devils. Adversaries. Even, you know what I'm saying? That's what the word means. Adversary.
Facts. Yeah.
I know you got that etymology book on there.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir. I've been going through the thing too.
You know, we got, it's always good to strengthen your vocabulary prowess. You know what I'm saying?
Right, right.
Because it's like I be feeling like Chris Tucker, like, do you understand the words that are coming out of your mouth? Not my mouth, your mouth. Do you understand the words that are coming out of your mouth? I don't think you do. I don't think you do. You know what I'm saying? A lot of motherfuckers out here just straight up misusing words and shit, thinking they know shit because y'all say shit connotatively. You heard somebody use it this way, and somebody heard this, somebody used it that way. And you don't know if there was pun involved. You don't know if there was wordplay involved. You don't know if there was some pervertibility involved, right?
Right.
If that's a word. Shit, you don't even know if that was involved, right?
Right.
You don't know if it's some hyperbole involved.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? But because you heard it connotatively and you heard that shit enough that you just associate this with that and you start saying it and parroting somebody else and you never even know what that fucking word means. That's 90% of the words that people use every day.
Right. Like, for example,
I would say 95% of the words that people use, unless you're an intellectual or a scholar or somebody who deals with academia in an advanced fashion,
right.
95% of the words that you use connotatively. You don't even really know what they mean. You just associate them with other because you heard somebody use that shit that way.
Right. Like bulldoze. Look, bulldoze is a U.S. word that's originated. It says intimidate Negroes by violence. Now, the bull and the second element being uncertain. This is from the 19th century, hence bulldozer. person, and in the 20th century, a machine. Now,
Now,
go ahead.
you just made me remember the conversation that we had. You know what I'm saying? When we was talking. Remember, I was telling you, I was like, yo, I keep seeing these white dudes, these white people, they be calling their kids Bud, like, hey, Bud, you know, their
Oh yeah,
son, but hey, Bud, hey, Bud. And you know what I'm saying?
yep,
That made me think about Married with Children, Bud Bundy and shit. So I'm like, yo,
yeah,
it's a lot of emphasis on Bud.
right,
You know what I'm saying? And we
yep,
did the etymology of Bud, right?
yep,
You remember that shit? Do you still got that shit on? I remember you wrote it down. You
yep,
still got it on the
yep.
side?
It said a bud, U.S. word, an infantile or Negro,
Mm.
alternate of brother,
Say
also
it.
buddy.
So can you say that again for the
Bud,
peanut gallery in the back?
bud is an infantile or Negro,
Mm,
alternate of brother,
mm.
also
So let's
buddy from the
so
19th
let's
century.
so let's break that down. You know, years ago I would use this phrase. I would say, "You Negroes need growth. You
Yeah,
Negroes need growth, just like a bud needs growth, right? Hey,
right,
bud, come on, bud, right?
right.
So, who is considered a minor in this country, and why?
Hmm.
Who's a minor? Let's name some minors. Are Negroes minors? Of course they
Hmm.
are, right? And you know, and you got our Moorish brothers and sisters, and our Feathers brothers and sisters, and our Hebrew Israelite brothers and sisters, right? They like to call
Hmm.
each other Negroes.
Right,
They like to throw that word around, you know, just like the great Malcolm X was telling us about the word Negro, and the word Negro is also synonymous with black in Spanish. So he was saying, and quoting Malcolm, that don't call me black in American or English, call me black in Spanish, right? Or
right.
negro, right? Negro. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? So these Negroes need growth. Now, if you can kind of project where I'm going, you know, and this program is brought to you and sponsors of viewers like you. You know what I mean? Shout out to
right.
WHYY. We got some shit coming down the pike with WHYY. I'm announcing that, you know, today. You know, this is the
Okay,
grand reopening. So, Pope, this is new to you too.
right.
I've been linking up with WHYY. We got some shit coming down the pike. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, for sure.
We working on a documentary. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
So we're gonna be working on some other shit, and we got WHYY in the fold. You know, and that's an
Okay,
independent network that's been running strong in Philadelphia for quite some time. So shout out to
okay.
WHYY. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
for sure.
But
Hey,
damn, where
look,
was I? Hold on, where
look.
was I? Because I was going somewhere with this.
Yes,
Well,
yep.
can you
We just went over those words.
can we just recap real quick? Because I said about what WHYY and viewers like
Right.
you. But I said that for a reason. It was some pun involved there. But I lost my train of thought because I was telling you I was excited to tell you something that I
Get
kind
a
of was
chance to.
withholding. Right.
Right, and then we was just
Well,
talking about bud, and people
okay,
using
right.
these words.
Okay, so Bud, there we are. So Bud,
Right.
so these Negroes need growth, right? You know what I'm saying? And I was talking about how these brothers and sisters like to throw that word around, whether as an insult or do they actually refer to each other. That's up to you know what I mean. That's you know what I'm saying.
Hmm.
That's up to proper detection. We had to look at that. You know what I'm saying.
Right.
I don't know.
Right.
You know what I mean. But the thing is that that word is frequented by these three groups that I just named. You know what I'm saying? Now, the
Hmm.
thing is also the nefarious clandestines use that word. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
So these people who they claim to be trying to get from up under, they play with the same shit. They abide by their laws. They govern by what they say. They play Simon Says with them. You know what I'm saying? And they resort to the same tactics and they rewrite their racist Bibles. You know what I'm saying? So
Right.
it makes me wonder, like who you working for? Who are these people working for? You know
Right.
what I'm saying?
We definitely have to
You
ask the
know,
question.
but and it's like so why do these people insist on calling us Negroes? You know what I'm saying? Because a Negro is like a bud that is undeveloped, that is in the process of growing, that needs growth. In other words, is a minor. You know what I'm saying? So that's why you are considered a minority. You know what I'm saying? See the fancy word magic that these motherfuckers do on you and shit. Now we got these motherfuckers over here who like to tell you all about what the word black mean, but they don't want to tell you about the word what the word white mean. You know what I'm saying? Because they protectors, they're guarders of that. They protect that. You know what I'm saying? You know, so a white is like, if black is dead in the eyes of the law, what do you think white is in contrast to that? Now that's the clue right there. In contrast to that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? White is a status. It's like white is like having a black card, pun intended.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So
Right.
they don't ever dwell on that. You know what I'm saying? And they want black people to stop saying black, but they ain't said nothing to no white people about to stop saying white.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? That's my
Right.
look. That's my campaign. Because I sit and I talk with these people and I realize what their plight is, where they going, and I ask them straight up questions. Well, what is it that you're trying to do? You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Once we get past all of the argument shit, well, what's the end game here with this, right?
Right.
Oh, we change our status, then da, 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 da. So, all right, we change our status. Well, what about they're changing their status?
Right.
How come then the idea was never drudged up to say, hey, let's get these people to change their status. Let's like, you know what I'm saying? Let's at
Right.
least attempt to shame them or trick them or something to change their status. Right?
Right. Right.
So I came up with the campaign and say, well, let's say to these people, stop calling yourself white. Claim your
Right.
country wherever you're from. It's from the old country. If you're from the old country, say that then. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? You from Sketchistan or Kazakhstan and Utskabits and all them other
Right.
stands and ands and places. You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
Stop. Yeah.
Say that.
Stop hiding.
Just
Everybody that you
don't
might be
say
from
you.
France,
Yeah, don't say
Norway,
you white.
Sweden.
Don't say you white. Get these people to realize that white is a status, and white is like a bundle of sticks with a hatchet wrapped around it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And it's saying that, if you go against us, you're going to get this axe.
Mm-hmm.
And we pre-approved for everything because we got
Right.
that status that says so. And you don't got the status that we got, so you got to get in the back. Blacks in the
Right.
back, whites in the front, because white got the status. So if you telling black people to just stop, stop calling themselves black, that's only part of the problem. How come none of y'all are instituting this idea of, I'm not even a part of y'all shit. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But how come none of y'all are instituting this idea of, yo, let's get white people to stop claiming that status? Let's get
Right.
them to claim their country and where they from. They always like to talk. they they run down on you like, what's your nationality, brother? You
Right.
know what I'm saying? All right, well, why you run down on them like that?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Run down on Lepowski and Cohen and Berg and Stein and you know what I mean, and Ski. Run down on them like that.
Right.
Run down on them like that. They don't tell them. They don't ask them people what's their nationality, right?
Right.
But when they see a brother, they play that nationality. What's your nationality, brother?
Mm-hmm.
Nah, see, you talking about you black, you dead in the eyes of the law, you all right, but when you see a white person, they just walk right past them. Don't say nothing to them.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Why don't you get these people to realize that the status that they claiming is hurting other people? You calling yourself white? What country is in the world is called white?
Right.
You ain't white. You from France. You from France? Are you Frenchman then? Claim that then. Are you from Great Britain? And okay, you from London. Claim that shit then. You from Lower Uncton? Well, then claim Lower Uncton then. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Right.
You know, Oh, you're from Italy, Sicily? Well, yeah, claim that shit then.
Yeah.
How come that's never expressed to these people who benefit from having a status that they obviously don't know about? They just calling themselves white, and they don't even know that that's putting somebody else down. So if these people who ain't racist, right? You know, all
Right.
of these white people out here that ain't racist, right? If you truly ain't racist, are you ready to denounce your whiteness? There it is.
Right.
There it is. That's the infomercial right there. That's the signature. Are you ready to denounce your whiteness for humanity? You know what I'm saying? Because the Moorish brothers is only telling half of the story. You know,
Right.
so look, the truth is undefeated. Cue the fucking music. You know what I'm saying? Who gonna
Right.
tell you the
Right.
fucking truth?
Drop the mic.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Are you willing to denounce your whiteness?
Are you willing to set that aside? Your status, your alleged status, your umbrella, your safety umbrella. Are you willing to let it go? Just to prove a point. It don't even have to be permanent. Try it for 1 year.
Yeah, let's see if it works. You know what I'm saying? Because, you know, like when I talk to these Moorish brothers and sisters, they say, well, we tried everything else and that shit ain't work. So if we change the status, then maybe this shit will work. So I said to myself, well, damn, this is not a well thought out plan. This is a possibility or a probability. Okay, so I got a probability too. Let's try this shit.
Right.
Let's try this shit. Can we get white people to denounce their whiteness for the greater good of humanity? If we understand the constructs of this game, that all these different white people from different countries, they've been coached into this game to call themselves white, to have a higher status than other people by default, and they don't even know it. So even when you got good white people, you know, they be talking about good white people, they don't even know that they playing a game that's ultimately bad. So if you're really a good white person, if you're really good, are you ready to denounce your whiteness? Are you willing to say, hey, look, I ain't white. I ain't no country that's out there called white.
Right. I'm from over here.
You know what I'm saying? I'm from Romania. You know what I'm saying? Claim where you from. Because let's keep it being. Everybody is from somewhere.
Right.
You know,
I'm from Italy.
Y'all American, or you can say you American. How come you ain't saying you Russian American or Russo American? Why you ain't saying you Euro American or some shit like that? You know what I'm saying? You
French American.
Right. Claim that.
Who gonna tell you the truth?
Claim where the fuck you from. You know what I'm saying? Because black people, if you're not knowing, black people is being accosted by, you know, our own brothers and sisters who asking us and berating us about where we from. So if you care about the tide of the time, you want to make a difference, then denounce your whiteness. Join the Discord. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Join the Discord. Fuck it. You know what I'm saying? It's mania out here. You're dying anyway.
Look.
Lincoln Osiris.
Hey, look. Now look at the word diaspora, right? That's one of the things that she brought up, or that we was talking about, the diaspora. According to the etymology dictionary, it says the Jews dispersed among the Gentiles, 19th century. That's where that came from. Scatter. That's what diaspora means.
Right.
So.
There's a lot of words we don't thoroughly understand.
Right.
That's why you're a minor now and you're okay with it. That's why you call yourself a Negro and you're okay with it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
That's why white people can say that they white and you okay with it.
Right.
Trick your ass. And you know, and you got gatekeepers out there that's keeping the trick going. And who's gonna tell you the truth?
Right. Facts over fiction. If it takes a village, we built this one. For sure. Man, oh man.
Man, and listen, look, we got one viewer. Whoever this one viewer is the fucking person. I don't know who they is, but shout out to
Right.
whoever
Salute.
that is.
Yeah.
You know
Salute
what
to
I'm
you.
saying?
Right.
Share that shit to somebody, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because we dealing with shit that need to be screamed from the rooftops. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Exactly.
We dealing with shit that can really change things. You know, a lot of people talk shit. They talk bullshit. But you know, we got solutions here.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Solutions. Now, we're gonna tap into that soul. We're gonna have
share this shit with 50 people, man. For me, you know,
Right.
one time for me, one
Right.
time for truth. You know what I'm saying? Share this shit with 50 people. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
One
That
time
shit
for
ain't
Pope
even
and
that-
ENT.
You know what I'm saying?
One time for Red
Man,
Pill
my man just
Rescue.
came. Look, my man just came home, man. Hey, look.
Yeah.
I remember we was club back in the day, and my young boy used to come to the club, right? He used to come to the strip club,
Right.
and he pull his cup down like this, and the girl come up and she would dance on him and shit, and then she'd turn around and get some money, and he'd be like, "I just came home." Nigga ain't never even been in jail. I was like, yo, this nigga is sneaky as hell. And I was like,
Right.
and the girl like, "Oh, you just came home," and she just give him a free dance for the rest of the night. You know what I'm saying? So
Right.
look, what's that shit that they say about motherfuckers? They say, you know, people celebrate when somebody come home, but they don't
Right.
celebrate when somebody go to college. You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
Right.
Well, here's the thing. Nobody should have to go to college to be successful. Nobody should have to
Right.
go to college to be successful, to make money, to sustain themselves. We
Right.
accept fuckery. You know what I'm saying? It's a
Right.
good thing when somebody is coming out of captivity. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's a good thing if
Right.
somebody was kidnapped and they've been released from captivity. Look at them people over there trying to bomb the Palestinians to hell for 150 people.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? They didn't
Right.
kill 30,000 people for 150 people.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And the other little what they say is 2,000 people who got fucked up from some shit that they seem like they false flagged the shit in the first place. Fuck it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
They said it's too late. We already did it. It's too late. We already did it. Right.
Fuck that. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? Yeah, it's too late.
Right.
We already did it. You got two
Yeah.
options and one don't count.
You got two choices and one don't count.
Yeah.
For sure. Man, we're gonna celebrate it. Let me show you what it do. It's a whole lot of work involved. And I wasted no time. I did too much time to be wasting time. So I ain't no more wasting time. We ain't got time for that. Look, because these kids have no choice of whether their parents are solid or not. That's why we do this. That's facts over fiction.
Right. You got people out here raising domestic terrorists.
Right.
Inadvertently. You know what I'm saying? Because they run
Right.
on the hamster wheel. You know what I'm saying? Now this is silent weapons for quiet wars.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? This is no cap. This is no cap. This is just straight raw real shit. This is silent weapons for quiet wars. They
Right.
had this shit planned long ago. You know what I'm saying? Because the city and the state run your kids. They raise your kids. You know what I'm saying? I understand. The state is these kids' daddy. That's who their daddy is.
Right.
The state is these kids' daddy. And this is state-sponsored terrorism. You know what I'm saying? When you see all this chaos in the community with all these little kids doing crazy shit, right? Just keep in mind that the state is their daddy. The state is the one that set up all of this shit to destroy family networks, incentivize single-parent homes, right? When majority of single-parent homes is responsible for all the chaos and destruction in our communities. You know what I'm saying? This is state-sponsored terrorism. You know what I'm saying?
Fact.
Shit, who gonna tell you the truth? Telling you the truth, man. And that shit might hurt. You know what I'm saying? But it's
You're gonna be wincing.
You may be housing a potential domestic terrorist in your home right now.
Right.
Because you insist on being a single parent.
Right.
You insist on not getting the help of your community. You insist on taking your kids to daycare. You insist on letting them sit in front of the TV and soak up shit like Cable Man. You seen that? Remember that movie Cable Guy?
Yeah.
That shit was trying to show you something.
Huh.
You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of truth said in jest, like we said earlier. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You know, some of y'all forgot who y'all is. Some of y'all forgot who y'all come from. You know what I'm saying? Just like,
Right.
like remember when they was making fun of, this is what I was going to say to you earlier. Remember they was making fun of Rick James?
Yeah.
And they was saying Rick James trying to feet in Eddie Murphy's white couch, right?
Right.
And,
Yeah.
and they cut, they was cutting up the interview. You know what I'm saying? Rick James was trying to drop some jewels on you. That nigga he ain't that coked up. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
He got songs that deal with reincarnation. You know, he ain't no fool.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So what he was saying was that sometimes we forget where we came from. Sometimes we forget who he is. And sometimes we get so full of ourselves that we go buy a white couch. And we think that we better than niggas because you got a white couch.
Right.
Sometimes somebody got to come in and show you and grind their feet all in your new white couch. And when you ask them, why you do that to my white couch? Man, fuck your white couch, man. Rich motherfucker, you can get another one.
Right.
You him,
exactly.
You him, right?
Right.
You him, right? You that nigga, right? Or you better than all these other niggas? Why don't complain about this fucking white couch then, bitch?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And
Straight up.
Some of y'all need that reality check. Some of y'all need somebody to grind their feet in your couch. Because you too high up on the fucking hill. You forgot where you came from.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So y'all go to the club standing on somebody's couch trying to act like people in the music video who rented the damn couch. You only paid a cover charge. You don't get to stand on nobody's couch, but then you think motherfucking Rick James is crazy because he grind his feet. No, he was giving him a message.
Right.
See, when these motherfuckers are rich like that, they can do shit like that to send a message. Because if it was that really a problem, Rick James got enough money he could buy 2 couches for.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But I'm sending you a message, brother. Don't forget where you came from.
Right.
Don't forget who you is.
You fuck your couch.
White couches, nigga.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right. Better put some plastic on that bitch.
That's where we come from.
Right. Got plastic on the couch.
That's where we come from. That's where we come from, preserving our shit. You getting too frivolous, nigga.
Right.
You forgot who you is. You got a little money from these nefarious clandestine motherfuckers. You forgot who you is. You forgot who you came from, nigga.
Right.
Nigga, fuck your couch, nigga.
Huh.
You know what I'm
Exactly.
saying? Did you say somebody got a song called "Fuck Your Couch"? I ain't even know.
Yep. Exactly. Jay Bailey. For
Shout
sure.
out to Jay Bailey. He caught up on it.
Right. For sure.
He caught up on it. Fuck your couch, nigga.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes. For sure, man. We're gonna have a lot of receipts, man. This just the beginning. Like this, that welcome home little live stream where they talk about podcasts and all the rest of that shit. We got something for them, and we're gonna be telling y'all the truth. The truth is undefeated, and if it takes a village, we built this one. Real talk. 5 years. 5 years we've been poping. Showing you. We got receipts. At least receipts. Facts over fiction.
They say that
Just add to it.
They say the path to destruction is widely accessible and easy to find. But that road to truth is narrow and many will pass it.
Huh.
You know what I'm saying? On their way to destruction, on their way to the slaughterhouse. You know what I'm saying? And this that little alleyway of truth right here that you need to cut down when you're running down the expressway.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Only thing that's acceptable.
The operative word in there is running down the expressway.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And you know, I say that sagaciously, but what I will say is I hope I'm wrong about that. You know what I'm saying? And sadly, you know, we've been right about shit that we hope we was wrong about.
Right. This whole time.
You know what I mean?
Look, I wanted to be wrong, but we were right. And that's the scary thing. And all the other stuff that we know to be true, oh, yeah, you're going to have to, together is the only way we're going to make it, because by ourselves wasn't cost effective. Real talk.
Right.
Everything else is bullshit. Look, like Rich the Factor say, I'm pathologically incapable of small talk. But nah, you're not talking about this current events and how to get our people good. Superficial. I don't want to hear. That's not conscious. I don't have discussions that ain't about something that ain't real. Get us further, because we providing ours proper education over here. Nothing less.
Shit feel like a movie right now. You know what I mean?
Yes. We back. I took care of that. That's over and done with.
Yeah, you did that shit standing on your head, man.
Yeah. Now we can do this the right way, like for real. We ain't got no hang-ups, no every couple of months. No.
What the OG said, no slacking in the macking, no slipping in the pimping.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We got and shit in the system is what we gotta be pimping. You know what I'm saying? You know,
right.
It's a lot of ways to make money out here, man.
Yeah.
You know
for real.
I mean, we gotta learn to master the shit that they kept away from us. You know what I'm saying?
And that's the truth. And the truth's supposed to pay for all this. The reality of it.
We're gonna be building up the global network, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Get your mind right, get your finances right, get your spirit right, get your
right.
body right. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Get your emotions right. Get your people right. Get your family right. Get your ideas right.
Like, you know, I always say,
and get your facts right. Get your facts right.
I always tell this story, man. I mean, I don't know if you want to keep rocking, but I mean, it's up to you.
Yeah. Yeah, we can. Yeah. We can keep going, and we can do another one. It's good. Like, you know, like I said, we home. May have to, you know, add that in. We 217 into it.
You know, I want to say shout out to Les Brown, man. Shout out to the great Les Brown. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, shout out to Les Brown.
You know,
salute.
Yeah, March 4th was the other day. You know what I'm saying? He gave a dynamic talk about, you know, marching forth. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
And picking up and having that warrior mindset to keep the show must go on. You know, navigating through the bullshit. You know what I mean?
Right.
You know, and that's where a lot of people is right now. You're in survival mode. You know what I mean? And you know, you gotta keep it moving. You gotta keep pushing. You know, you want to quit, but you can't. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You gotta move like a racehorse. You gotta piss and keep running at the same time. You might want to stop and take a piss, but you can't. You're a racehorse. You gotta piss on the clock. You know what I mean?
Right. For sure.
It's like if you rock climbing or some shit. You know, if you go rock climbing, you better get you some diapers. You can't take no piss when you thousands of feet up on the side of the cliff. You know what I mean? You gotta just let that shit run. You know what I mean?
Right. You gotta hold that.
You know, and just speaking of letting that shit run, we talk about the minigun. We talked about that minigun. You know, from that old military movie when they fire that minigun and that shit starts smoking, and the old head boys start peeing on that shit. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
The motherfuckers was like, oh shit, yo. He's like, keep firing. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Because he understand that if these motherfuckers swarm us and they get too close on us, we done for. So y'all niggas worried about a little piss right now. If you let that little bit of piss bother you right now, you're gonna be in for big trouble. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You can watch that.
Because the rest of it coming.
But you can cry when we done killing.
Right.
You know, you motherfuckers gotta hold that line. Keep that minigun firing. You know what know what I'm saying? And if need be, piss on that motherfucker.
Right. You got to be willing to do so. It's for the greater cause.
Right. Right.
Sacrifices. Sometimes you got to make sacrifices.
Look, I know you don't like piss. You my brother. But I don't want you. I'd rather you be pissed on than to be chopped the fuck up or blown up or something.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Fact.
Gotta work better for motherfuckers, man.
Right.
Even if it means that you gotta give them something worse.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And something worse could be simply your absence.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Exactly.
But when you want better for a motherfucker, you know, you gotta realize if you being an enabler, you know what I'm saying?
Right. Right. For real.
Or are you truly helping somebody?
Right. You gotta be helping. If you're not helping, you're hurting.
And if
you're doing it for certain.
If you're enabling, you hurting. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And that's why these kids are so fucked up. Because they're being enabled. They're being enabled to do what they do. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They're not giving guidance. They're not giving structure. They only giving structure when they go to jail, when they go to youth studies and shit. They definitely ain't getting it in school.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It's not until they get fucked up into a position where they got a claw to get out of. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You got motherfucking kids that's like sex offenders and shit. You know what I'm saying? For little stupid ass shit like catch a girl, freaky girl, slapping a girl on the girl butt. Shit, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
15, 16 years old, they got registered as sex offenders for the rest of their life.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
That's crazy. That's crazy.
Man, this shit crazy. So it's like, man, motherfucker, you gotta do something to save the babies, man. You know what I'm saying? Because it ain't no family structures no more. There's a bunch of wild kids. You know, back in the day, a kid with no parents, that was like a, oh my God, jaw dropping kind of thing. Now it's just common.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Real.
These kids is literally going to school by themselves. Ain't nobody even home.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Still got to get there. Right.
You know, and the powers that shouldn't be, they love it. You know?
Mm-hmm.
You know, I told you this shit before. Shout out to Christopher Lord. These motherfuckers love orphans.
Right. That's how they make their bread. They get that situation in place, then they can win.
They love
That's
orphans.
A pipeline.
They make all kind of movies about orphans. They love orphans.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because there's no parents in the way to do what they going to do to them kids, man. You know what I'm saying?
How they gonna make that kid turn out?
Should y'all see the shit happening with Puff? You know what I'm saying? See, Puff must have crossed somebody because they all be doing that shit, you know. So they putting his shit out there because he did something that maybe was too much like right.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. You always got to check and see what he did, the last thing he did before they start getting on his head. Like Martin Luther King.
I did.
His whole
talking about doing shit for black people and having a marketplace, and you know, he was talking about doing a lot of things for the black community. Puff was.
Okay.
And then this onslaught, all of the nefarious acts that he did. You know, we ain't defending them. He did.
Yeah.
You know, some people virtue signal. Some people try to change their ways and clean up their act and shit. You know, everybody has that capacity to do that.
Right.
You know, that's what redemption is about. You know what I'm saying? And you know, we got to keep it a bean. You know, our people need all the help that we can get. So if a motherfucker who did some fucked up shit, and so we all know these motherfuckers do fucked up shit and responsible and loosely, indirectly responsible for fucked up shit. Right. But if that person decides that they want to do something righteous or positive, you know what I'm saying? That, if anything, that's a blessing. You know, it's fucked up for fucked up people to keep doing fucked up shit even when they don't have to.
Right.
You know? So, you know what I'm saying? For some people, the ends justify the means. Hey, I did this fucked up shit to be in a position to now I could do some good shit.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
People did that. You know,
Yeah.
shit, you can't be no judge. But it's like if somebody got to do whatever they got to do to get into a space where they can really provide, you know, the resources necessary for people to be uplifted. That's just how bad that they wanted it. You know, and we gotta look at a lot of these people who may have or did join with these nefarious clandestines.
Yeah.
Because everybody
Making sacrifices.
Because everybody didn't have in the mindset that they just wanted to do wicked things. Some people thought that they could change things from the inside out, and they got caught up. Some people, you know what I'm saying?
I know a story.
That's facts. That's real shit.
I know a story.
You know that's real shit.
I know a story.
You know
I can validate that. I can really validate that.
Look,
I can
the
verify.
Truth is undefeated, man. We talking real shit here. So a lot of people thought they could fix shit from the inside, and they got caught up.
Woo, man.
You know, a lot of people was born in the middle of hell, and they had to claw to get out because something touched them in their soul to say, look, I don't want to be a part of this no more. Everybody I know is a part of this shit. I grew up in this shit, but I want to get out.
Right.
We're talking real shit.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
And we've seen firsthand what they do to you. For sure. We got a story. A few stories. There's a whole lot of stories that's gonna come about. Pope and ENT, stay tuned. We got some stuff coming down the pipeline. Watch this.
And some contributors. You know what I'm saying?
Yes. We 2024, this our year. That's the start. Even though we 5 years ahead, they look 5 years ahead of time, on time. Ahead of these dudes on accident, on purpose.
Accidentally on purpose, right.
There it is there.
Years ahead, accidentally on purpose.
There it is there. Anything else is uncivilized.
Yeah, man. You know, motherfuckers gotta realize how deep this rabbit hole goes. You know, everything you know, you should oppose.
Right.
You should look twice at. You know, you picking up shit in the store. You should be looking at the labels, the bag of everything. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And you should get to the point. You should have the integrity that if you don't know what that shit is, if you can't pronounce that shit, don't put that shit in your body.
Right. You can't eat it. You don't need it on your body.
What is riboflavin, Zacoflax? No, I'm good. Put that shit back on the shelf.
Right. Exactly.
Put it back on the shelf. You don't know what it is. You can't pronounce that word. And if you're going to be lethargic and not Google that shit, then just put it back on the shelf. Get some shit that got ingredients that you can pronounce. You
Right.
know what I'm saying? Shit that you know what it is.
Right.
So you can
no more experimenting.
Right.
Right. No more experimenting. Oh, is this a new flavor? No.
Fuck that.
No.
Fuck that.
Don't do it.
No.
No more. We must end this. It starts with us. Make that conscious decision.
We got to bring the real back. You know what I'm saying? Right. Just like I was watching this girl upload a video, and she was talking to her gynecologist, right? And she said that you need to stop shaving your box, your juice box, right?
Yeah.
And she like, nah, but I like the wax, and my man, this and that. And she said, listen, I'm gonna tell you straight up. A grown woman is supposed to have hair to protect you from picking up bacteria and bullshit. You know what I'm saying? So now think about this shit. You got girls running around with wax juice boxes, right? Bleach bung holes, right? And they got thongs on and like sheer see-through shit. And they going and catching Ubers. They getting in the back of random cars. They going to nightclubs. They sitting on random bar stools. You know what I'm saying? They getting in somebody else's car. They getting in the hotel bed. They doing all this shit, and then somebody put their face in that, or put their swipe and register some DNA up in that situation. Mix and exchange fluids with motherfuckers. And then motherfuckers got the nerve to talk about COVID. Motherfuckers got the nerve to call somebody dusty. I tell you, it was dusty. You know what I'm saying? Your boom boom is dusty. Your jukebox is dusty. Cause you just sitting all on everything with that shit exposed. Your orifices is all over the place. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And you got the wax boom boom. So the lady went on to say to her listen, you need to stop waxing your boom boom. You're inviting bacteria and micropathogens into your box. And she said, if your man don't like, this is what she said, if your man don't like hair, then tell him to go and have sex with the child.
Wow. Yeah.
These are realities that we got to deal with. Who convinced us that shaved boom and shit like that is cute and attractive, sexy?
Right. Right.
Is it possible
There's only a special kind of people.
Is it possible that pedophiles set the precedent for that?
Right.
Possibly.
Just for that style.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. You got to deal with that. I know a lot of girls that say, yeah, I don't like no dude, that don't got his shit shaved. And it's like, what you mean? So you want a dude with no pubic hair? Yeah, that's nasty.
Like, what is that? What is that?
It's like, yo, like, so have we been indoctrinated to accept different aspects of pedophilia?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? These are real conversations that people don't be wanting to have and shit. All right, yeah, you like shaved box and all that, right? You know what I'm saying? So women got hair. You know what I'm saying? It protects them. You know what I'm saying? Just like your hair protects you. Yeah. We've been coaxed away from natural living so much that we do shit that's anti-life. You know what I'm saying? And wonder why we get sick. I thought y'all niggas was worried about blowfish. I thought y'all was worried about catching the blicky and all of that. You know what I'm saying? Now I see motherfuckers doing triple kisses and shit. You know what I'm saying? And the only motherfuckers that's wearing a mask is up to no good and shit. And you can't do nothing about it because you can't differentiate between if somebody is scared of catching a virus or they about to catch a lick.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? As far as I'm concerned, it's all one big trick. It's all one big trick. They got everybody. They turned up crime and chaos in people's communities and not just by getting people to wear a mask.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? They're trying to curb that shit. They saying, no ski mask. You can't come here with ski mask and shit like that. But it's like, all right, motherfuckers is doing shit in the COVID mask. They catching licks in the COVID mask.
Yeah.
COVID mask and a hoodie. You know what I'm saying? Some goggles or some shit. You know what I'm saying? I think somebody set us up for failure.
Right.
I think somebody, put us in a Hunger Games type scenario. You know what I'm saying? Or what's that other movie? What's that other predicated malevolence lace movie? Purge type situation.
Yeah. Divergent.
You know what I'm saying? Right. This is
Insurgent.
like a low-key purge. Like we live in a
Insurgent.
de facto. We live in a de facto purge era. You know what I'm saying? And motherfuckers are caught up in La La Land talking about identity and shit like that. Nigga, we living in de facto purge era right now. You know what I'm saying? Where these people is creating landslide events. You know what a landslide event is? You know what I'm saying? A landslide event is when they do all kind of bullshit that creates a big collapse in society. So the landslide event is not one event. It's the result of hundreds or even thousands of little micro events. It's like an implosion. So just like how you saw on 9/11, you saw that building was imploded. Them two buildings was imploded. And you saw the boom, 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 and they fell down with precision. Right? Now think about it.
Right.
How would you implode a nation? How would you implode a nation? If you can implode a building with hundreds or even thousands of small explosions, right? How would you implode a nation to make it collapse in on itself? Create the landslide event, all of these small little events that just destabilize everything to the point that it's total system collapse. You know what I'm saying? You know, Facebook was down today. Hashtag Facebook down. You know, if you're watching this, you know, put the hashtag Facebook down. You know what I'm saying? You know.
Right.
But Facebook was down today. AT&T was down the other day. Shit, what's next? What's next? What, you know, did they have a summit about this? They had a summit about this a couple months ago, or even a year ago, where they ran tests of shit, just like with the blow did. They ran test shit on what would happen if, you know, communications cut down. What would happen if the electric grid was cut down? What happened if this was cut down? What happened if that cut off? Right? And you're starting to see it. How come every time they run tests on shit, the shit happen in real life? Like even like right after they do the test, or even simultaneously. You know, while they doing the test, the real event happened. Oh, look at that! Damn, we was testing for this shit, and then what we tested for actually happened while we was testing it. And you want us to believe that shit?
Yeah.
Come on, man. Some of us eyes wide shut, man. Look, some of us is eyes wide shut because we need that white verification. You know what I'm saying? We eat from the trough of ignorance. We eat from the trough of ignorance every day. These people drudge up all kind of bullshit for us to believe and shit, and we just take it for face value because it came in the news. Y'all accept authority as truth, and not truth as authority. You know what I'm saying? So I think we're gonna leave it there. You know, technical difficulty. Shout out to Struggle Streaming 2024. You know what I mean? You know, they wrapping up Super Tuesday. We already know how they play. I mean, we know what's going to go on with that. You know, so shit, we're gonna have to come back. You know, but you know, this was just a knowledge freestyle. My man Pope, I think he's about to come back in, but I think it's time to wrap this motherfucker up. At least this stream. You know what I mean? You know, let me see what we talking about here. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and end it. You know what I'm saying? Well, look, I think we should wrap this stream up. And if anything, we can do another one.
For sure.
You know what I mean? So I already started my closing remarks.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
So you know, if you come across vital information, it's your obligation to share with the nation. You know what I mean?
Right. And words without action have no meaning. And if it takes a village, we build this one.
Right.
Back.
It's better to know something than believe it. Truth is undefeated. You know what I'm saying? With that said, I say peace and benediction. You know what I'm saying? Stay on point. Stay on point like a dope needle. Right hand raised for power. Your body.